right, everybody, welcome back into the studio. I'm Stephen Levine from NASCAR Illustrated.
I'm Tom Vandervoort reading NASCAR Illustrated.
That's the new November issue. Carl Edwards on the cover. It's a good one. You might want to pick it up. Tom is from Sporting News.
Yes, I am.
But we're going to talk a little Martinsville Speedway, one of my favorite racetracks. I love this track. I like these old school short tracks.
You know
been
what?
around forever.
I like the short tracks because you can see everything.
You can see everything.
You can see everything. Now, if you are a fan of a driver other than Jimmy Johnson, you might not like this track as much, but this track requires a driver and a team to kind of do everything right throughout the weekend. Start with good track position. Don't screw up on pit road, for goodness sakes. Hit your marks as a driver. Don't overdrive the corners. Use that finesse. A lot of guys just don't quite get this racetrack. Can't quite get themselves to finesse it the way you want.
You got to start by qualifying well. You do
Absolutely.
not want to start in the back of the pack here at Martinsville. Now, watch the corners at Martinsville. You can really get a sense of a guy who can get through the center of the turn better than his counterpart. This is a track where it's really obvious. Watch him get back into the gas. The forward bite is very clear, and you can really get a sense of how handling wins races at a track like Martinsville.
I mean, this is a perfect case of free enough for the center, tight enough on the gas. Can you make the car do that? Can you achieve that balance? Because if you can't rotate in the center, you can't get through the center of the corner, right? But sometimes you free it up so much that you're rolling through the center beautifully. When you step on the gas, the back wheels come out from under you. That's the forward bite we're talking about. So achieving that balance, that's the key there. And certainly the 48 teams have been able to do that many times in the past.
But when we make our race picks, only one of us is going to be able to pick the 48, so make sure you stick around. We're going to take a break. We're going to bring Miss Sprint Cup. We're going to talk drivers other than Jimmy Johnson. As if she needed any introduction, this is Miss Sprint Cup herself, Jacqueline Rowney, who is joining us and is still very much in command of this whole competition. And you guys still have a commanding lead in these points.
Tell me.
Have 67 points.
Woo.
To Tom's 59. To my measly 51.
I'm sorry, that was
51.
That was measly, which is a great
Measly
adjective for him.
51 points.
Gosh.
Tom was the top finisher last week. He had Junior. You guys had Jeff, also a good pick.
Yeah.
I had Matt, which seemed like he was going to be a good pick, but wasn't.
Yes.
Anyway, because you're
Are
the
you
top
saying you
finisher.
came in last again?
Because you're the top finisher, you can steal Matt Kenseth from me as your championship pick, or Carl Edwards from Jacqueline.
Okay, well, one thing I know I'm not going to do.
Or you can stay with Kyle Busch.
Darn
Or
it.
I could pick out of the
you
hat,
could pick out of the
which
hat.
I'm definitely not going to do that either. I'm sorry, Jacqueline.
You're sticking with Kyle?
I don't want your Carl Edwards.
Matt
Your Matt
Kenseth,
Kenseth looks pretty good right
a
now.
little better than Kyle Busch.
Better than Kyle Busch.
I don't know. Kyle's up there, so.
But I'm sticking with my Kyle Busch.
Okay, you enjoy that 26-point deficit then.
I'm sticking with my Kyle Busch, and you will be sorry at the
All
end of the
right,
day.
well, let's
because
move-
you know what? I can always steal your Matt Kenseth later.
No, because we're going to Martinsville, and she gets first pick.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Who's she
Go
gonna
ahead,
pick?
say it, Jacqueline, so we can all move on.
Actually, I think I'm going to surprise you.
Really?
Not
Yes.
picking Jimmy, eh?
No, I'm not picking Jimmy.
Kevin?
Nope.
Okay, well, just
Let me-
just let her.
I like to try to guess.
I know. Matt Kenseth, he doesn't have a win. He's got a bunch of top fives, but I think he's got that fire under his tush lit. He doesn't have the points lead anymore. Are we allowed to say that?
Tush? Yeah, I think we're safe saying tush.
Tush is fine, but fire under his tush lit? That's...
Okay, well, cut that
He's
part
got a
out.
fire in the belly.
All right. So my pick is going to be Matt Kenseth.
Really?
Yes, he doesn't
Oh,
have a win. I know, it's not
weird.
Jimmy. But since Jimmy does have the points lead now, I think Matt is ready to take it back.
All right, I didn't see that one coming.
Me neither.
Go ahead.
Well, come on. You're in last. You want to have him? You want to
Okay.
take Jimmy?
Sure, I'll take
Who
Jimmy.
wants Jimmy?
I'll take. Hey, look, if you're going to give him to me, I'll take him.
Okay.
So you're going to take Jeff?
No.
Brad?
No.
Clint?
Kyle.
No. As you know, if you've been watching this program for the 10 years that it's been on, I am very impressed with the driver 29 car, Kevin Harvick. I think he's very smart, he's very savvy, and he's actually in the mix. I like him at Martinsville. We've seen him win there.
Yep.
I like him at Phoenix too, by the way. So this is, to me, is Kevin's moment to really step up and
This
say,
is his now.
This is his now, exactly.
It's time to be the closer.
Yes. So
Dun, dun,
if I
dun.
can't have Jimmy, I'm going to take Kevin.
If I can't have Jimmy.
That's
I
right.
don't want nobody, baby.
Wow.
Right?
Nice.
Little Saturday Night Fever.
Picked right up in
Very
there.
nice.
All right,
Oh,
so
we're having too much fun.
Matt Kenseth,
Yes.
Jimmy Johnson,
Yes.
Kevin Harvick.
That's correct.
I thought Jeff Gordon was the next obvious pick after Jimmy Johnson, and we're leaving him on the table.
I understand. Jeff's very good here.
Yeah.
Still like Kevin.
All right. We'll see if Jacqueline's Matt Kenseth pick pays off next week.